The last words he said to me was, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I'm gonna pass out."
Tonight, troubling new details are emerging surrounding the man accused of assaulting an elderly man in Fells Point.
This disturbing footage obtained by Fox 45 shows the moment the suspect attacks a 74-year-old David Philpot. Good evening, I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Mary Bubala. Today, during an initial court appearance, a judge ruled Timothy Clinedinst will be held without bond. The judge also revealing more surrounding Clinedinst's lengthy criminal history.
Meanwhile, Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor also sits down with the victim's wife for an emotional one-on-one interview. She joins us live from Fells Point with the latest. Rebecca.
Well, here in Maryland, the suspect's record is essentially completely clean, but we now know in Florida he is a prolific reoffender, racking up more than 20 convictions in his past. And as the suspect's dark criminal history has been revealed, the victim's wife is telling me her husband was a bright light and beloved by his community.
See, he's never done this whining. He's never done this.
In the wake of an unimaginable tragedy, Margret Philpot isn't grieving her husband of 32 years alone.
This is the first time I left the house to walk him today, and strangers stopped me to tell me how sorry they were and what a great guy he is and how kind he is.
As a proud Vietnam vet, she says after returning from war, Dave made it his mission to continue protecting and serving others.
He helped the neighborhood. He helped our friends. I mean, if a stranger was outside and the car didn't start, David'd be out with his jumper pack to get him going.
And even as he fought to save his own life, he was shielding their dog Chip.
He has his arm pulling him in and going around him. And at that point, he had a broken hip and a broken wrist.
Disturbing surveillance video showing the moment Dave was stopped by a stranger who first pets Chip, then suddenly turns violent, pushing Dave to the ground, shoving him into the street, choking him and kicking him repeatedly before quickly fleeing the scene. Margret says Dave called her immediately.
Said, "A guy asked me for money. I told him I didn't have any money, and he asked me for money again. He said, I told him I didn't have any."
From there, Dave rushed to the hospital. In addition to broken bones and bruises, the attack aggravating a pre-existing heart condition.
Had something called pulmonary hypertension. If you saw the video, he took him by the ankles and pushed his legs up over his head. The damage to his heart and his lungs was impacted by that move.
So much so, after an hours-long battle in the ICU.
I sat with him and I talked to him and I sang to him and I laughed about funny things. And at 3:45, thereabouts, he passed away.
A medical examiner now ruling Dave's death a homicide, and police charging the suspect, 43-year-old Timothy Clinedinst, with manslaughter. In court today, for the first time, a judge revealing Clinedinst has 20 prior convictions in the state of Florida, including smuggling contraband into a detention center, intoxication, disorderly conduct, burglary, and several trespassing offenses. She also revealed he's experiencing homelessness and confessed to the attack. For those reasons, Clinedinst denied bond, holding him behind bars until trial.
It's no comfort in the fact that it won't bring Dave back. It is a comfort because this is an area where he could come back and do the same thing to somebody else. So yes, I'd be happy to see him locked up forever.
And Margret says that Dave wouldn't have wanted a funeral. Instead, she's in the process of planning him a celebration of life. Reporting live in Baltimore City, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.